There's a taller Kanye and a smaller Kanye, taller Kanye and a smaller. They're fighting for who's gonna be Kanye. They're fighting for who's gonna be Kanye, dude, right in front of you. And it's like, yo, bro, leave my brother alone.
So Orlando is claiming that there were two Kanyes, but he isn't new to crazy claims, so he may not be the most reliable source. After this claim made by Orlando Brown and all the controversies he was in, Kanye shared a message from his personal trainer Harley Pasternak that was quite haunting. This is the guy Kanye was with when he was first taken to the hospital and given meds for his bipolar disorder. Harley has worked with many celebrities, including many people who have died to drug-related incidents like Mac Miller and Brittany Murphy. This has led theorists to believe that Pasternak may have had a hand in these people's death.
You all may be aware of the widespread speculation circulating on the internet regarding the alleged cloning of Kanye West. While Kanye has always been a figure known for controversy, the current version of him seems somewhat unfamiliar. Isn't it peculiar that he vanished for a while, only to reappear as a completely transformed individual, encompassing changes in his interests, fashion choices, and even physical appearance? In late 2022, following Kanye's series of highly publicized outbursts that resulted in widespread criticism and cancellations, his fans began to notice his absence. It was indeed a dark period for Kanye, but let's fast forward to mid-January 2023. Kanye reappeared in a rather peculiar manner, and aside from his changed appearance, there was another individual who caught our attention, Bianca Sensori. TMZ later revealed that she was Kanye's new wife. This woman seemed to appear out of nowhere, suddenly becoming Kanye's spouse upon his return from his mysterious absence. This raised suspicions of a conspiracy, suggesting that she might be controlling him. In April, a photograph surfaced, further fueling the speculations. Something seemed amiss. It's understandable why some people believe that Kanye is no longer the same person. You don't have to look far to notice the stark differences between the current version of him and the Kanye we are familiar with. He appeared distant, robotic, and devoid of emotions. To worsen matters, rumors began to circulate during the same period, claiming that the person we see is not the real Kanye. Consequently, people are now convinced that he is either a cloned version or an imposter. I must admit, Kanye is going through a rather peculiar phase in his life, and it's evident that he's dealing with a lot. However, that's not the only topic of discussion. His mental health, particularly in light of his controversial statements in the past, has become a significant concern. While some observers noticed physical changes in the cloned version of Kanye, others couldn't help but observe the apparent unhappiness in his demeanor. To comprehend the origins of these cloning speculations, we must address the prevailing issue. Kanye West wasn't always behaving like this. There are allegations of control and manipulation within the entertainment industry, and some believe that Kanye has become a target of such forces. Interestingly, when Elon Musk assumed control of Twitter, he promptly reinstated Kanye's account. Furthermore, did you all see the strange messages from his personal trainer Harley Pasternak? It's an elephant in the room that cannot be ignored. There are a couple of ways we can approach this. Firstly, we can have a respectful and open conversation where we discuss everything based on factual information, avoiding the use of offensive language. This way, we can address any misconceptions or wild claims that may have been influenced by unreliable sources or misinterpretations. Alternatively, if that option doesn't seem feasible, we could consider the second possibility, seeking professional help and having you undergo institutionalization where you can receive appropriate medical treatment. However, this could potentially lead to a numbing effect, resembling a perpetual state of detachment, and it might impact your interactions and experiences, including playdates with children. Let's delve into the connection between Harley and the cloning speculation. I assure you it will start to make sense. It's highly unlikely that a typical trainer would communicate with a client in such a manner. What does Harley know that we don't? It's worth noting that he has worked with several celebrities who have faced public meltdowns or tragically succumbed to drug overdoses, including Amy Winehouse and Mac Miller. However, what's even more astonishing is Harley's previous involvement in military research on experimental drugs. Now let's recall the events of 2016 when Kanye was admitted to a psychiatric hospital following a public meltdown. Guess who was present with him and even made the 911 call? It was Harley Pasternak, the very same individual who is now sending him such disturbing messages. It was after this incident that Kanye received a diagnosis of bipolar disorder and was prescribed medication. Unofficially, I can tell you that he was essentially put into a state of numbness or zombie mode. I distinctly remember how Kanye appeared like a mere shell of himself upon his discharge. The release of haunting photos showcasing a drained and exhausted-looking Kanye further fueled the controversy and speculation. Honestly, guys, while I'm not entirely convinced about human cloning, I can somewhat understand how Kanye reached this point. The timing of these events is worth noting, as they coincided with Kanye West's work on his album titled TurboGrafx X16. One particular song, UCLA, sheds light on what transpired during his time in the facility. The lyrics include phrases like, "You're mad, Jay, take your med, Jay, take your med," implying a reference to medication. Since then, Kanye has never been the same. His erratic behaviors have only intensified over time. Looking at the situation from an outsider's perspective, we have heard numerous stories about the industry's dark and manipulative nature. There are even disturbing accounts of how they control and eliminate individuals, such as the tragic case of Whitney Houston. Kanye himself has openly spoken about how they wanted to destroy him, mirroring what happened to Britney Spears. This leads me to wonder, is someone actively trying to get rid of Kanye West? Could they have already succeeded? And if so, what terrible actions might they have taken that now make it difficult for people to take him seriously, dismissing everything he says as the ramblings of a madman? Interestingly, Orlando Brown was one of the individuals who openly addressed this, boldly claiming that there are two Kanyes, the shorter Kanye and the taller Kanye. It appears they are engaged in a battle to assert themselves as the true Kanye. They're engaged in a visible battle for Kanye's identity right in front of us. Now let's shift our attention to another scandalous aspect of Kanye's life. Oh boy, we can't ignore his outfits. While it's true that his fashion sense has always been unconventional, this new version of Kanye takes it to another level of absurdity. He is making waves in the tabloids with his eccentric clothing choices. In recent sightings, Kanye has been seen wearing remarkably unusual outfits that hardly resemble his previous style. Every recent photo or publication featuring him showcases an almost unrecognizable appearance and peculiar behavior. For instance, he was spotted in his store sporting a bushy beard, a stark departure from his usual clean-shaven look. One outfit that caught attention was a gray shirt with red stripes across the chest, adorned with an emblem on the side. He paired the top with form-fitting pants resembling leggings and knee-high green rubber boots. If you thought that outfit was outlandish, wait until you hear about another one where he was seen strolling shoeless on a date, wearing only blue socks. It's quite gross, to be honest. Additionally, Kanye has been spotted wearing shoulder pads beneath his shirt, which raised eyebrows. Photos of the singer sporting these peculiar ensembles were shared on the Kardashian internet forum, with many criticizing his look as ridiculous. Here's what some fans had to say about Kanye's recent behavior. They feel like he perceives his entire purpose in life as some sort of performative self-indulgence, which must be exhausting and detrimental to his already unstable mental state. It's like he's a kid who got cut from a sports team but refuses to take off the practice gear. Some fans believe that he takes pleasure in the idea that he can turn any ridiculous outfit into a fashion trend. Now, let's address the mysterious nature of Kanye's disappearances and reappearances. It makes it difficult to determine if something sinister occurred during his recent absence or if he's simply seeking attention and validation. Whether he's a double, an AI robot, or a clone, his actions indicate a loss of direction, like walking into a wall. The body language speaks volumes and suggests that something is amiss. However, it's alleged that discussing such matters would risk sabotaging various platforms. Now, let's move on to the burning question. Who is Kanye's new wife? Apparently, their relationship began as an office romance, but further details are eagerly awaited. Now that Bianca has been working at Yeezy since 2020 as the head of architecture, her entrance into Kanye's life has raised suspicions. Apart from the questionable circumstances surrounding her arrival, people have also paid attention to Kanye's song Sensory Overload, and its lyrics have stood out. However, there is another perspective emerging. Some individuals claim that Kanye is the one controlling Bianca. They argue that she is taking the for better or worse aspect too seriously. While it's not surprising for Kanye to be controversial, the treatment he is subjecting his wife to in this version of himself is a whole new circus. Observing her being pulled across the street like a pet is concerning. Let's not forget that Kanye has a history of making his partners dress in a way that pleases him. Remember when he completely overhauled Kim's wardrobe? At the time, it seemed like a loving gesture, but now, looking back, we can conclude that he wanted Kim to conform to a particular style dictated by him. During a church outing, Bianca accompanied Kanye, and this sparked a frenzy of mockery from people. Some comments have been rather rude, suggesting that she must feel disappointed that Kim Kardashian had all the good clothes while she walks around in an unflattering outfit. Some even question if the images are photoshopped, as they find it hard to believe. On a lighter note, Some individuals humorously suggest that Kanye makes Bianca cover her face because she resembles Pete Davidson, Kim Kardashian's ex-boyfriend. It's an amusing twist of events. Regardless, their union has begun amidst a whirlwind of controversy. People wonder if she is simply a wife or if there's more to her role, possibly acting as a handler. Furthermore, did anyone else find it fishy when Kanye took Bianca shopping at Balenciaga? Considering Kanye's history of criticizing Balenciaga and celebrities who collaborate with them, it's surprising to see him turn around and take his wife shopping there. It raises eyebrows and adds another layer of intrigue to their relationship. Some fans firmly believed that the real Kanye would never set foot in Balenciaga. They expressed their skepticism, stating that there was no way he would get married so quickly and go shopping at Balenciaga. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.